So you're looking to move to the Lansing area and you're not really quite sure about what some of the hotspots are in the area. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you some of the local hotspots in the downtown area for you to be able to see what makes Lansing unique. And if you stick around until the end, I will show you my absolute favorite place to eat in the downtown area. And this all starts right now. Hi there, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialists here in Lansing, Michigan. And we get calls all the time from people day in and day out who are looking to move to the Lansing area. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, please call, text, email us at the information in the description below, or actually schedule a Zoom call. We would love to talk with you, chat with you. And this is my YouTube channel that I have for everything in the greater Lansing area. So if you would like to know everything that's happening in the greater Lansing area, if you could like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, I would greatly appreciate that. Here we are at Lansing, Michigan, and I'm in the downtown area. Right behind me is Jackson Field, and nothing says summer to me like a baseball game. And so I'm right here in the heart of the downtown Lansing area. So whether you know it or not, Lansing is actually the capital in Michigan. It's not Detroit, it's not Grand Rapids. And just to give you a piece of history, Detroit was the capital of Michigan when Michigan was first made a state. But what ended up happening is that Detroit was so close to Canada, which was ruled by the British. So in order to move the capital away from closer to the Canadian border, they wanted to move it to the center of Michigan. And there were only 20 people that lived in Lansing. So that is what ended up becoming the now capital of Michigan. So a little fun fact there for you. So right behind me, I have Jackson Field, which is one of my favorite summer places to go to in Lansing. I go there every year. And Jackson Field was started in 1996. And they have just beautifully kept up with this ballpark. It's right here in the heart of the downtown area. And it seats over 10,000 people. Back in about 10 years ago, they put lofts for people to be able to live in the outfield. And so they added just some more appeal for people to be able to live into the downtown. But they usually have promotions during the summer. They have fireworks during the year. They have so many different promotions to bring people to the ball game. And I just absolutely love going to a Lansing Lugnuts game each and every year, to bring my kids, bring my family, and just to even, in a weekend game, be able to watch some fireworks. It's really, really cool. So that's my first hotspot here that I want to show you. And right behind you, as well, right across the street, just so that you can see it, is what we call the Stadium District. Okay, they have really built this place up over time. You can see newer buildings, there's offices. Right over this way, right behind me is a bar that people can go to and hang out after the game or even just during the week. Other side of me is a coffee shop. And then further back from me, you can see that gray building behind me. That is known as the Capital City Market, and it's owned by Meijer. Meijer is a place in our area that's almost like a Walmart, but they made a grocery store here about 5 or 6 years ago. And I mean, it just goes to show, like, they wouldn't build something here if this area wasn't growing to begin with. And in fact, I just recently read today that Lansing is investing $214 million into their downtown area to build more places for people to live and to renovate some of their buildings. So again, Lansing is a place where a lot seems to be happening. It's, maybe 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't a lot to do. But the other reason why I feel like it is thriving is because back in 2017, they nixed what's known as a non-compete in our area. There was a hotel that basically made an agreement that no other hotel would be built in the greater Lansing area, or not in the greater Lansing area, but in the downtown area. Okay, and so for the longest time, only this hotel could be built, and it was where the convention center was in downtown. So What happened is that in 2017, they stopped that non-compete, so that meant that hotels could be built. So we've had a couple hotels built in the downtown. I'm telling you guys, I feel like the downtown area is going to thrive in the next 5 to 10 years. So right down the street here is the Capitol building. I would love to show you around there and have you take a look. So let's head down there. So now I've taken you to the Michigan State Capitol building. This is another thing that makes Lansing downtown extremely unique because, of course, we are the capital of Michigan here. And this building was constructed in 1879. It was marked a historical landmark in 1992. So lots of school field trips here. Of course, this is like where the Michigan House of Representatives, the Michigan Senate lives. I also kind of want to give you a feel of what's around here. Obviously you're seeing here, and this is a Friday on a weekend, you're not seeing any protests or any sort of riling up. Sometimes that can happen in a political atmosphere. It's kind of nice and quiet. Some people walk in the sidewalks here, but again, it's so cool to have this architecture right here in our area, just to be able to see that landmark over there. Also, right behind me, I want to show you another part of downtown, which is Washington Square. Tough for you to see, but it's right over here, right behind me. And that is where our area in Lansing has Silver Bells every single year. There's a huge parade that goes down that street, and then the Capitol building is lit up with fireworks. That happens right before Thanksgiving each and every year. It's a great tradition that our family goes to every single year. And on Washington Square are a lot of restaurants and specialty shops. There's a popcorn store. There's the peanut shop that sells lots of peanut products. There is some more historical buildings, and even if you look behind me over here, there's some churches that are just architecturally beautiful over here, and you can kind of see them right back here in my sight. So lots of deep history right over here. Just kind of wanted you to see that. Now I want to take you over to my favorite restaurant. Like I promised earlier in the video, I said I would take you to my favorite place I love to eat in Lansing. So let me take you over there. So as promised, I'm right in front of my favorite Lansing restaurant. Right behind me is Bowdies Chophouse. It opened about 10 years ago here in the area. High-end place, has some of the best steak I have ever eaten. Has truffle fries for a side that, man, they just melt in your mouth. The oil, whenever you taste it, it tastes like no other French fry you have ever eaten. I do want to warn you, definitely good for special occasions, and there's really limited seating availability inside of there, so you got to make your reservations way in advance. But definitely my favorite spot to eat. It's just a little bit on the pricey side, so if you're into fine dining and you're a foodie, this is the place for you. Right around here, I also just kind of wanted to take you around another part of downtown. Further down along this way is the river. We do have a river walk that goes straight through, that like you can walk downstairs, take the river trail, a nice little river walk that is over there. Right across the street from Bowdies over here is the Lansing Center, and this is where a lot of conventions happen, so it brings a lot of people here to the area as well. If I go this way, this is kind of right back to where we started earlier. And also right behind me is an entrance to a couple of museums in the area, a children's museum called Impression 5. My kids love to go there, as well as another, I believe it's a railroad museum that's down there. There's also a local theater group that every single season does several shows throughout the year. So if you're a theater junkie, definitely a place to be able to go to in the downtown. I thank you guys so much for taking a look at my channel, taking a look at my video. I hit some of the sites that are here. I obviously didn't hit everything, but I want to let you know this is only the tip of the iceberg for the Lansing area. I love living here. I have lived here since 2007. So I've lived here about 17 years, and there was an opportunity for me to move out of the area in 2011 because of a job. And I did not because I really like this area. So I'm not somebody who was born and raised here, and that's all fine and good. I'm somebody who stayed here. Why? Because I liked the area. So please subscribe, like. I would love to be able to tell you more about this area because I'm going to be bragging on all the different suburbs. Again, this is only the tip of the iceberg. And for any real estate needs, again, call, text, email me at the information in the description below. And I hope you guys make your day great. Thanks again.